Jason Roten from Primitive Life Training. Today I was wanting to sort of do a product review for two products. I'm not in any kind of way endorsing these products, but I thought you guys might like to see how they perform before you, or you may have been hesitant about buying these. You might have been thinking about getting them already, but was hesitant about it because you really didn't know if it was worth your money or not. But anyway, the two products are the EverStrike Match. These are going on the internet for anywhere from $2 to $10. I got mine on eBay for under $4. That's product number one. Product number two is the Wet Fire fire starter from Ultimate Survival. You can get these at Walmart, pack of 5, just under $5. But we're going to test these two out and see how well they work, so that if you were thinking about getting them, maybe this will help you decide whether or not to. First one we're going to do is the EverStrike Match. Pretty much what you do, you fill this part here up with lighter fluid, Zippo fluid, whatever, and then it's got the ferro rod on the side there, and then this is pretty much your striker, which has a wick on it. I've tried this out a few times, and it's sort of hard to get it to light. Sometimes it will on the first strike, sometimes it won't. So let's see what we get. There you go. And it's pretty much just like a Zippo. It's going to last for a few minutes anyway, long enough to get something lit. Okay. On a scale from 1 to 10, I would rate this, I'd say a 5. It's cheap. It doesn't strike every time on the first time like that. Maybe it's just because you got to wear that ferro rod down a little bit to really get some good spark off of it. But for your buck, I would say this is a definite plus. Add to your EDC or survival bag, bug out bag, whatever you want to call it, or just in general, your camping gear, tackle box. If you needed a fire and had to have it, this would definitely it would help you out. Like I said, they're not really terrifically made, sort of cheap made, but for $2 to $4, you can't beat it. I would try to get one off eBay or something like that before I'd go pay $10, $15 for this anywhere else, because they sell them pretty cheap on eBay. Sometimes you can get them packs of 10 and stuff. But like I said, I'm not advertising this to you. I'm not trying to sell it to you. I'm just trying to show it to you, so in case you were thinking about getting it, ahead of time, but you were hesitant because you didn't know how it would work. There you go. Now let's look at the fire starter. Years ago, you would get a little fuel block in your MREs that would basically cook your food. You have to put it in a little camping skillet or fold away camping skillet or something like that, even a cup or something like that, to cook it in. But you would get these little purple blocks, and basically it was sort of like napalm, I would use them to start fires with. Once you lit it, it would sort of melt, and whatever it stuck to, it would burn. So, one block would definitely get you a fire started. Well, this is basically the same thing. And in dry conditions, you can take something. I'm just using a piece of glass here, and just scrape some of this off. Make you a little pile in your tinder, whatever. If it gets wet, it will. You'll have to kind of scrape down to get it, to where it will light again. But once you scrape it down like that, it definitely will light. In wet conditions, you'd want to use the whole block. The whole block burns for 6 to 8 minutes, they said. So, in wet conditions, you'd want to use the whole thing. I did try this out with the EverStrike match. It lights right up, but we're going to try with the ferro rod and see if we get a strike. There you go. Now, if that was in some tinder, you'd definitely have fire. You really wouldn't even have to have tinder, just long enough to get some fat wood going or some twigs or whatever. Just that little pile right there, especially in dry conditions where you had dry twigs or limbs or whatever, that would be enough to get you fire. Even in wet conditions, that right there would be enough if you had some fat wood available. That would be enough to get that ignited. So, if nothing else, if you didn't, you could ignite the whole block and it would burn 6 to 8 minutes. So, anyway, that's those two products. So, if you were thinking about getting either one of these two products here to put in your survival bag or just carry with you in your EDC, I would definitely give both of them a thumbs up. The wet fire, on a scale from 1 to 10, I would rate it, say, about 8. The only reason I didn't give the EverStrike a higher rating is because it's, like I said, it's cheaply made and it doesn't strike on the first time every time. Sometimes you have to strike it 3 or 4 times to get it to light. Sometimes you have to re-dip it and hit it again. But these two together is a definite 10. If you had to have a fire, these two here could help you do that. So, I hope that, you seeing this gave you some kind of insight as to how these products work, how well they work, and helped you choose whether or not to get them for yourself or not. This is Primitive Life Training. I hope you enjoy.